family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. I want to get right to where I'm going. Yes, I want to remind you of something that our great living legend and icon, the great Dr. Claud Anderson, said about your former first Black president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Now, why am I talking about this now? I'm talking about this now because we have no business listening to even your former Democrat presidents. Why? Obama just broke his silence recently about why he's so weak and why it appears that Trump is so strong. Let's just call it what it is. He was crying a river, family, because he was focused on what white folks said about him versus making real substantive and tangible changes for the true founding fathers and mothers of this country, which are foundational Black Americans. Yeah, so he was more worried about pleasing white folks than getting results for us. That's what his comments are lately. How many of y'all have been seeing my other broadcasts that I did recently on Barack Obama? But in his headlines, he's saying, quote, "Imagine if I had done any of this." Barack Obama reacts to Trump administration after tariff shocker. Former U.S. President Barack Obama has said that he has been watching the new administration of President Donald Trump for a little while and has not spoken publicly for quite a long time. In an onstage interview at Hamilton College, Obama said that he does not think Trump's new tariffs would be good for America, but he said he is more concerned with what he describes as the White House infringement of rights. So he's talking about all that, right? No, you should have been focused on the Black folk, our rights. When you was in office, you used a little bit of power that you had to control both levels of Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, and you being president, you use that to push through LGBTQ stuff and Obamacare, especially Obamacare, I should say, because you had a little bit of help with the Republicans on the other one. You didn't do strong legislation to help to get reparations for Black folks. Yes. Why am I bringing up this? Why am I bringing up this next topic? I had to remind you all of something our great living legend, the great Dr. Claud Anderson, said about Barack Obama on the Breakfast Club some time back. Watch this clip.
What do you think of Barack Obama being president?
But Barack Obama is a joke. Barack Obama didn't do a darn thing for Black folk. As a matter of fact, he hurt Black folk in two ways. First of all, he had 8 years to do something for Black folk, but he carefully and judiciously avoided doing anything for Black folk. And most of my white friends told me in politics, and I was always with president governors, they say, hell, we would never have voted for Obama if we'd known he's going to do something for Black folk. We knew he would never do anything for Black folk. Mm. And so, but that's the first thing. He never did anything for Black folk. But he used that old thing that they did back in Philadelphia in 1789. He used very broad, ambiguous terms. I'm the president of all the people.
They like to say a rising tide lifts all boats.
That's a stupid thing.
Yeah, because black people boat got a hole in it.
That's right. It's in the bottom of the damn river.
Yeah.
Okay, did you hear what our living legend said? Dr. Claud Anderson, who worked for former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter. Dr. Claud Anderson, that's ran both state and different types of political campaigns and won. Dr. Claud Anderson, who has both academic credentials and otherwise. Dr. Claud Anderson that worked in the Commerce Department, that Dr. Claud Anderson. He said Obama was a joke for Black folks. He said he not only didn't help Black folks, he said he hurt Black people. And he did so consciously and intentionally. I'm paraphrasing that part. He said he went out of his way to make sure he didn't help us. And what else did Dr. Claud Anderson reveal? He said some of the white folks that he knows says that they wouldn't have voted for Obama if they knew he was going to do anything for Black people. Dr. Claud Anderson is an insider, so he knows his stuff. So, we don't want to hear nothing you got to say, Mr. Obama. Dr. Claud Anderson already told us about you. We already know about you. We already know about you. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it, though, beloved. My name is Vicki Dillard, family. Be sure to go to my website at VickiPlanet.com and check out my upcoming very special and important limited seating webinar. I'm going to expose Robert F. Kennedy. Have y'all been hearing what's going on in the news about Robert F. Kennedy? Well, guess what? Me, Vicki Dillard, I had a one-on-one with him, a face-to-face in Colorado last summer. Now, enough of Black media didn't cover that. Enough of alternative Black media didn't give me the credit that I was due because of that encounter and what I did related to confronting him on reparations and some other things, beloved. But I'm going to talk about it myself because look what's happening in the news. What's happening in the news? also represents something that I said to him during that confrontation. You don't want to miss it. Go to my website, save your seat today at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI planet.com.